Hey you guys, how you doing? Just out for a Saturday ride. Just got new shoes for the motorcycle, front and back tires. So it's kind of a nice and round profile. Before my tires were very flattened out at about 11,000 miles on them plus of freeway riding. So they were very square, just down, over, and back, and not nice and round like they should be. So people probably think I'm weird because I've been kind of flicking it back and forth down the lane to scrub off the release agent from the rubber. Kind of get some little safety grip. Get rid of that new tire feel. But yeah, I thought I'd take the long way home today and talk to you guys about some of the stuff that's been happening on my Cena and my cell phone and the connection and Bluetooth and Pandora and yada yada yada. It seems to have worked itself out. I tried rebooting, I tried disconnecting the Cena, I tried killing the connection through the Bluetooth and re-establishing that. None of that worked. And then one day, it just did. I have no idea why, how, what. It was very, very frustrating, but everything's been working great now for several days. It hasn't dropped the connection yet. That makes me happy. I don't have to mess with it. But yeah, right now it's about 4 o'clock. And let's see how warm it is. 86 degrees. So a nice summer day out here at San Diego Canyon Road. Take a nice cruise. But yeah, other than that, everything's going pretty good. Work's doing really well. Real super busy. Looks like the future's going to be about the same. At our year-end meeting on Friday, kind of a wrap-up of the year. Tell us how we did. Tell us what we're going to do. And full steam ahead the next several years. So that's great news. Projects I'm working on are out in LA, right by LAX. It's called Playa Vista. We got 1,500 apartments that I'm not in charge of, but I'm working on and helping out, part of the team. I'm kind of like the main guy for my little segment, but so other than that, just life things going on with family things. My brother-in-law passed away a few weeks back, and we've been dealing with that. And we're going to have kind of a little service next weekend and say goodbye to him. He's a great guy. Really, wish I could have gotten to know him better. He was not really involved with the family a whole bunch there for several years, and came back in the fold, so to speak, and turned out to be one of my favorite brother-in-laws. I mean, the guy was just fantastic. I like all my brother-in-laws, but Steve had a different attitude. He's very positive, and even though it was in a situation he was in, it was very difficult for him to be positive, but he was a ray of sunshine, so I'm going to miss him. So with that being said, we've got the little service next weekend. So on a happier note, I was having an issue with my fuel gauge on the bike. And this is, yes, known as ramblings of a madman, jumping from subject to subject. So I would ride along, and all of a sudden my fuel gauge would just drop down, and the yellow light would come on, and it would start flashing, saying, "Oh, you're out of gas." I would hit the sensor button here and check my mileage, retaining, my range, 191 miles. I'd have plenty of range left. Then once I'd go through the system, put it back on clock, boom, it'd come back up. That's weird. Then it would drop off again, then it would come back up and drop off. So I went online and looked, and the posts that I read were fairly old, people having the same problem. And a lot of guys just let it go and decided, I'll ride with the range and pay attention and not worry about my gauge. But when I was at the dealership, I'd asked them if that was under any kind of a recall, and they said it's not a recall, but BMW has extended the warranty to 12 years. So if you're having this issue and your bike is less than 12 years old, take it in, check it out, and see if you fall under this correction. We won't call it a recall. This correction. So it'll save you a lot of heartache and headache. So anyway, I hope that helps. But I will be, getting this post up. I have one post up already, my first one, and I'll get this one edited up and get it out there. I need to start getting some content, so I need to start riding places, and I would love to find people to ride with. I'll throw the offer out, like group ride or something like that. There are several places I'd like to check out. There's the down in San Diego, the Spirit of India, and there's a couple of ships there. One of the ships they have docked next to the Spirit of India is the ship that was used on Master and Commander, and that's pretty cool to walk along that. And there's also a Russian submarine, which is neat to get in and look around and walk through. But also the main thing that I've never done that I would love to do is the aircraft carrier. I don't know the name of it. I will find out. But I'd love to get down there with maybe a group of bikes and ride down one day, a Saturday, and take a tour. Walk through the aircraft carrier. It's a World War II era aircraft carrier. So I'd like to do that and see if I can hook up some people for that. One of the neat things about where I'm working out in Playa Vista is that the site is actually Hughes Aircraft's old airport, and the hangar that the Spruce Goose, the H4 Hercules, was built in is still there, and we're right next to it. That's a massive building. So I'd like to, just do a little piece on that, some history on the Hercules, and some facts and figures, and just kind of weird stuff like that. But amazingly enough, right next door, actually across the street from this hangar, is YouTube's home base, their main office. So I, went riding around there, walking around, looking, and said, "Oh, hey, look at that!" So that was kind of neat to see. So we can go up there. That's one spot I'd like to visit. I'd like to hear from other people. Some things, areas you might like to explore. Some history in the areas. Like, here, this Majeska Canyon. There's history behind that. There's Trabuco Canyon. That's the end of this road, Live Oak Canyon Road, which is an amazing little road if you ever want to come out and look at it. And O'Neill Park is over the hill here. This is a beautiful road, just oak canopy covering the road. You'll see it on this little video. Real neat place to ride. A little restaurant up here. Different Orange County areas, historical sites I'd like to run through and take a look at them. Do some longer rides. Maybe head up the coast. We went to San Simeon, Hearst Castle last weekend. That was pretty cool. That is an amazing place. You guys need to check it out. It's definitely worth the trip and the tours. We did 2 tours, and it was a couple hours for those tours, and over 400 stairs we walked up, which sounds like a lot, but it's not bad though. They kind of take you up in stages and stuff, but it is a lot of steps. But there are, I believe, 4 tours in the summertime, and then from October through I don't know when, I would think March, they have the evening, and the evening tour is like an hour and a half, and the place is lit up, and they have people walking around in period costumes and things like that. So that sounds really, really cool. I'd love to check that out. So off to my right is O'Neill Park. Back in the 50s and 60s, they had a little train that was up here on the left side, along over in here. And I remember one time we came here, I was a little kid, and I mean little kid, and my grandpa and one of my great aunts were here, and mom and dad and my brother, and so they all jumped on this little train. My aunt, my great aunt, my grandpa, but they wouldn't let us get on the train. And here's this little kid who sees this little train, like a toy thing, and you don't let him on the train. I mean, that was like, I never, to this day, I don't understand why the hell they wouldn't let us get on that train and have a ride with, my grandpa and aunt. They took some pictures of them, and that was cool because it's like a little family reunion, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But still, you don't do that to a kid. I mean, that's freaking cruel. Here's a neat little train. Yeah, get away from it. Everybody else is going to ride it but you. Okay? Yeah, love you, kid. There's a closet. Go get in it. That's about it for today, everyone. We will talk to you later, and stay tuned, and don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, which right now not many of you have, I would love to have you. So have a great day. Talk to you later.